Hello, so Stephanie Toman here with the final video in this series of presentation skills beyond the basics. And the one we're looking at is to do with linking. So there's embedded objects you can have in PowerPoint, and there's linked objects you can have in PowerPoint. As you can see from the slide, if something's embedded, that could be what's on the sheet, which could be a chart, could be worksheet range, etc. If it's embedded, it will change in the PowerPoint, but not at the source. And if you do link any of these text, chart, worksheet, ranges, or picture, then if you make a change in one of the sources and update, then both will change. So it's quite useful to know the difference. There's also areas about modifying link data, managing the links, and saving slide as a picture, which is always useful. Okay, so hopefully. So if we together look at the first slide, this is talking about when we say we're embedding an object, what do we mean? So what we mean is we're actually putting some text. It could be text from another file, which we're going to do in a minute. And when it's embedded, it's in the document. You can change it in the document by double-clicking it, and a frame will appear around it. And you can make changes, but they will only occur in that document. They won't occur in the document that you've taken it from. So let's have a little go at this. We're going to go through the object area in the Insert tab, and we're going to get some text from a file called Labradors. Okay, so let's have a go. So we're going to this one. Insert tab, there's your object there, and if you hover on it, it'll tell you what it does. Okay, so if we click on there, sometimes this will take a little bit of time in the software. We're going to click on Create from File. I'm going to browse to the file which I have on my desktop. Might take me a minute to get there. And you'll find it in the week 6, section 6, linking. So here's my work files. I'm going to go to the Labradors as it's suggested. I'm not going to do anything with regard to these tick boxes. I'm just going to embed it. Okay, so okay. What should happen is it'll come in a couple of seconds. Like I said, it takes a little while. And there it is. So this text I can manipulate while it's in here. I can double click on it, and it gets this frame around it. You can pull these frames out. You can change them accordingly. It's entirely up to you. And you can take words out. So if I took the word Labrador out, many retrievers instead, then it would just save that in this document, into this PowerPoint. It wouldn't change the original source. When you click back out again, it goes back to the text that you brought in. If we go to the other type of bringing text in, on the next one, linking text, is a little bit different. So we could do it in that same slide again. So let's delete this one. Let's bring the same text in as linked. So go into Object again, Create from File, Browse. Go back to Videos. My lecture week 6, section 6, linking. I'll go back, pick up the Labradors again. This time I'm going to tick the link. So this means that what should happen is if I change that, take that Labradors out and update the software where I've got it, the application, PowerPoint in this case, it should update. So let's just click OK first. I'm just going to minimize that and whoops. Let's just bring this up so I can bring the size up for you, because I'm going to show you the other document. So I'm going to go and get the Word document that I've just used, just so you can see it in action, just for demonstration purposes. So here's the Labrador file. Okay, so they're alongside each other. I can just pull them in so you can see. And this is the word I'm talking about. Do you remember I said if I take it out of the main file, because they're linked in the Word file, if I delete that Labrador over here, and then I go back to my PowerPoint presentation and I update that link, because it is a linked object, as you can see, notice how it's disappeared. So if I undo, there's your Labrador, redo, there it isn't. So they are connected, definitely. So let's just close that one, not save it, and let's bring this back up again. Okay, so we're back to the next one. Let's have a different type of linking. Okay, so we're linking text or objects. We can insert a chart and make it linked. And we did the text, we showed that. So we've done the text earlier, so we don't need to use that. Let's do a chart. So the chart we're doing is insert tab, object, create from file, and we're browsing for the numbers Excel link. So we're going to here to do it. Insert still on, objects there, create from file, browse, an embedded chart this time. Back to find the files. And we're bringing in the numbers. Not linked, so we don't do anything. Click OK. And give it a little while and hopefully that will come in. We can resize that chart. It's quite big, isn't it? So let's just go drag it towards the middle and resize it. And there we go. Much better. So as we did before, this one's embedded. So if we double click on it, you'll see that we could change it to maybe show a data tab instead in the PowerPoint. If you click away, now it's showing that. Double click back in it and show the chart again. So you could do things like you could change the color of the charts while you're in there, but it won't make any difference to the actual source. If you wanted to link it, let's delete it and bring it in. Back to insert, object, create in. Let's browse, go to our numbers. Bring that in. Link it this time. Okay, still coming rather big. I know we could have done it in the next slide, but I'm just saving time. And bring it there. We can cut it actually and pop it on this slide here. Bring it into the middle. Now if we double click on it, it will actually take us to the numbers spreadsheet. And if I make a change in here, let's just bring this over a little bit and let's make that a little bit. So bring those in so you can see the chart. So if I change this chart color to red, that one changes as well. And if I change this one to yellow, changes as well. So you can see that with regards to charts, Excel is quite an instant change, but with the text that we had earlier, not so much. We had to do an update link to it. Okay, so we've gone through and we've done a link chart. Let's just bring these back in so you can see them again. And here we've got linking data, so we can embed the data. So we could go actually into the, we could go and open through the folder down here. And if you're in the test, you could go and open something. So we're going to open this in Excel by opening it outside of the presentation. So what I could do is I could go into the data, click in there, and I could just copy that. So if we copy that, it's a different way of doing things. Minimize that. Let's go into the next slide here. And in here, we're going to paste special it. So back to the home, paste special, and link as, paste link as a worksheet object. And there it is. And you can make it a bit bigger. You can change it slightly. So if you wanted to make it a fancy, you could put like a, if you go to the home tab, you could do a design template on it or something if you wanted to. But that's way, if you double click, it's going to go back to your data. So if we escape again, minimize, and we change that to 100, let's try that again. Click on it. You can see that that's changed as well there. Okay, so it's quite useful, link charts. But it's also useful to just embed data for that day, if you like, if you're just putting something out and you've got a presentation or something. You can see that there. Okay, so that's your data embedded and linked. And you can also use pictures and things. So if we insert a picture of a cat, it's saying, we can have it linked. This cat is linked to this PowerPoint. Okay, so let's go and insert a picture of the cat. Oh, there it is there. I can insert it like that, but if we need to do it in the way that we're using a link to file or insert a link, I need to do it this way. So click on the pictures, click on the cat, and use this way, link to file or insert a link if that's what they want. If you right click on it, it doesn't really link to anything, but if we go to the file, you can see I've got an edit link there, and it's got the numbers, it's got the Labrador, and it's got the cat. Okay, so they are all linked objects within this PowerPoint. And that takes us to the thing about breaking links, which is something they'll ask you to do in the exam. And as I just did, if you go to the File tab, you'll see the links here. There's no links in the document, which won't happen in the exam because they'll have them ready for you. You click on there, and if I wanted to pick the cat and was asked to break that link, I'd select it, break the link, and then close. Still got some links in there, but the cat is no longer linked. And then that's the edit links to file that I've just talked about. You can automatic updates in there, breaking the links, break the link to the number file. You can have a go at that yourself. And then finally, we've got about saving an image. So you can save a PowerPoint if you like. If I go to the first one, and I can select and press to go into the file, save as, browse to my desktop, and I could save it as a, say, a JPEG or a GIF, let's say a GIF. And then if I click on save, it will say just this one that I clicked on deliberately, or all slides. So if I said all slides, then what it would do, it's been saved in a separate file in the order. Okay, so that concludes the section 6 lecture videos, and there's a weekly revision to follow to finish off your course. And then of course you can go on to the pre-online paper, which will come up next, and the diagnostic online test. Okay, thank you.